Good morning, brave adventurers, and welcome back to the channel. I'm AmalgamAsh, and the gentleman on the screen behind me is Jordan, of Jordan Sorcery. I say that because I want to point out that I do believe I have found the greatest HeroQuest video on YouTube, and therefore the internet. Jordan Sorcery put out a video over a week ago now, talking about the history of HeroQuest, and all of Jordan's videos are extremely well thought out, well edited, and they flow in a very easy to understand and absorb, concise manner. The one about HeroQuest taught me things that, I know this is going to sound conceited, but even I learned things watching Jordan's video, which I thought were really, really interesting. Even if you are the most seasoned HeroQuest veteran, you should learn something from watching this video. The man has definitely done his research. His channel is growing, and for good reason. The content simply deserves it. Now, I do need to thank Nick, aka C. Kashem, for turning me on to the Jordan Sorcery channel. There's a lot of content there that I have yet to enjoy, and I need to make time to enjoy. Cornelius is also a fan as well. Now, in other news, I haven't been talking very much about my plans for the channel. My channel, I do want to change up a few things. One, I'm looking into changing my channel avatar, so if that changes in the next few days or a couple of weeks, don't be alarmed. I haven't gone anywhere. The overall red tree branding is something that I'd like to keep, but I do need a prettier logo, so I'm going to be changing that up as well. Also, I'm going to be changing up my welcome video. There are some things that I've added into the great amalgamation that I'm going to be focusing on with as much dedication as I can. It does spread me out quite a bit thinner, but it's something that I've been able to handle as I've come across new topics, new genres, new things to talk about, new things to cover, new things to teach, new things to absorb, new things to play. And this is something that I know I can keep up with. The people have spoken, or rather the people have viewed, my recent video on Fantasy Life I got immediate attention, and so Fantasy Life is one of my favorite games of all time, will definitely be covered on the channel. I will be playing that the second it comes out, or as close to it as possible, and I will be playing it on the channel for the channel so that folks can maybe arbitrarily see what it's like to live in the Fantasy Life I world. Now, something else that I want to do and point out that I want to do is more solo plays on board games. I've long time been a, hey, look at this indie game and look at this indie game development engine that usually isn't RPG Maker on the channel, and I'm going to continue to do that. That does divide up the audience quite a bit. It might make more sense to have different channels, separate channels, but for now, I'm comfortable being the amalgamation, and I'm comfortable having multiple things be together on one channel. That hopefully won't alienate anybody. The plan is to simply peck back and forth between topics as I create content so that nobody is alienated. But I don't know, if something crazy happens, I'm not totally above and beyond the notion of diverging and creating a separate channel for some of that content. Having said that, I really don't want to do that unless I can commit to content full time. I can't right now because I have a full-time job, and making content just does not pay, at least not with my current view/subscriber/ad revenue count. If you would like to help on that front, please share, talk about the channel, like, subscribe, and all that stuff so that the algorithm picks it up and shows it to more people. The algorithm doesn't watch creators, it does watch the viewer, but if you think that viewers like you would appreciate anything that I do, then that sort of definitely helps the algorithm look at you and viewers like you and say, I guess viewers like you would like to see something like this. So it kind of ends up having the same result, just not in the way that we originally thought. Cheers! I've talked about the Elden Ring board game, and Elden Ring is something that I am going to play on the channel solo. Dedicated to playing that, very, very excited. Not the video game. The video game I love dearly. It's one of my favorite games of all time as well, but the board game looks to be so clean and elegant and violent and challenging. I just can't wait for that to come out. I've seen a lot of controversy over HeroQuest in my comments. HeroQuest is something else that I'd like to play on the channel when I get it. I don't think that the game will go retail. I don't think that the Kickstarter facilitated a retail amount of backing. It's possible. I'm not saying that they won't or that they can't. I just don't see the numbers translating to a retail release. I do definitely see everybody getting their copy of HeroQuest that they wanted, the old backers, the new backers, everybody. And so that's not going to be a bad thing whatsoever. It's going to be fantastic. But HeroQuest is something that I will play on the channel as well. The very next thing that I haven't done yet on the channel that I'm excited to do is either pull in and start playing Talisman or pull in and play Legend of Zagor. And the reason I really want to play both of those games, Talisman is not so much a dungeon crawler as it is a game where you're just trying to get to the top first. And it plays a little bit like a typical board game would, but there is combat, cards, spaces with monsters, event draws, things like that. So it definitely paves the way for other games. But Legend of Zagor is extremely unique in that most of the playing field is plastic that you put together to form this perilous journey through which the heroes have to travel and fight monsters, collect treasure, and avoid traps. It is very much a PvP experience in which it's completely fine to attack the other players on your way to Zagor because they don't provide you with as much of a benefit as they do in some of the other games and dungeon crawlers. And Legend of Zagor is completely one-player playable because the actual Zagor gimmick is that it has a voice box in the board game, and it will randomly throw out all kinds of horrible things that will happen to your heroes or give them the results of different attacks and things that they make. It's a very unique game, and I really want to play it on the channel. I just haven't been able to play it first before the channel because when I put it together, the voice box literally is extremely so loud. I don't know what kind of music they were listening to in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s that they developed a game where the voice box of the evil wizard player destroys the glass mirrors and windows of your home every time that it says what the barbarian does. But we'll figure that out, and we'll play the game on the channel regardless. I also want to present to you an unboxing of a game that I found was extremely difficult to get, and I'm somehow fortunate enough to have made a contact who was able to send me the game, and soon we'll be unboxing this game on the channel. And I won't say what it is just yet because I've got other games to do ahead of it, but when I do, it's going to be one of the only videos on YouTube that has this game. It's insane to me. It might not be too hard for you to figure it out if you're in the Discord, but you know. So anyways, I just want to thank everybody. I've got 2,880 subscribers as of this time, which makes me happy. I hope that I can really find my audience this year because I know they're out there. I just need to start working the different ways of getting more present. I need more collaboration, more material, more, do more, be more, all of that. I'm not worried about burnout because I really love what I'm doing, and I love being able to hop between topics and things like that. I'm definitely going to be creating the same content that I have been and just full steam ahead on all of the new things that I want to do. By the way, I'm also playing Lone Wolf, so if you're a fan of Lone Wolf, you're going to see that on the channel too. There's already the complete series of Fire on the Water. I think I finished that in 5 videos, and I've already started Fire on the Water? I meant Flight from the Dark. Flight from the Dark is already on the channel. It's completed. Fire on the Water is what I'm playing now. I've recorded 2 videos of that. You'll see them before too much longer. You'll continue to see Dungeon Quest playthroughs as I take the rest of the heroes from the expansion, the heroes of Dungeon Quest, and send them through to get slaughtered or bloody rich. Perhaps the bloody will be literal in that sense. At any rate, I hope I can turn you on to a channel, just passing it along, Jordan Sorcery. If you watch me at all, you likely, maybe even already know who he is. He's blowing up, and it's absolutely awesome. Jordan, if you're watching this, I raise my cup to you. Cheers, lad. And also, speaking of cups, do not forget to check out my Patreon, and you can see that I have a new coffee mug on my Patreon. Subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell. what he said. What else? RPG in a box, that needs to happen. More MV3D stuff needs to happen this year. I haven't done nearly enough MV3D stuff. I'm not going to cover RPG Architect. That's not an engine that I'm interested in. I've got my own reasons for that. I'm just staying away from it. Don't worry about it. I'll still continue to do some Smile Game Builder stuff because I love Smile Game Builder. And of course, RPG developer blocking tutorials are forthcoming. I just work through all of these insane video ideas and things and try to get as many of them off my plate as I can. And that usually results in me getting too far into one thing so much that I no longer have time to go in the other direction. So I just gotta rein that in and get control of it. Even making this video now is taking my normal time that I've already planned away, and I'll be leaving my to-do list for the week unresolved, and it'll bleed over into next week. But I really wanted to have like a State of the Union sort of video because I should have had one of those like January 1st and I didn't. So anyways, I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys. If you want to more like one-on-one communicate, Discord is my port of call, and I always have a link in the description below to the Amalgam Archive, which is a Discord server that needs a lot more attention in terms of its structure and hierarchy and things like that, but I am active there, and I love to see the things that people share on that server. So as quiet as it is, you're welcome to join, share whatever you'd like, talk about whatever you'd like as long as it conforms to the rules, and just generally hang out. And you can also check out the other links in the description below as well, the itch.io where I post all my stuff. Join one of the 2 jams that I'm hosting right now because I'm insane and don't learn from painful experiences. The Bakin Map Jam, in which you join and design one single map in RPG Developer Bakin and submit it, and the HeroQuest Quest Jam, the jam in which you join, create one HeroQuest quest, and it will be judged by myself, Giles McNeil, and Squidge Monster, and we will judge them fairly. And then the winner will receive a Guardian Knight character expansion pack. I can't wait for that to be in its judgment phase so I can make videos about it. I can't wait. That's going to be so much fun. And then the map jam will come along and slow things down so everything will be nice and calm. It'll be really nice. Nice juxtaposition. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now.